Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I got a message from one of you asking to do a paper airplane project, and since we just finished our 3D glass terrarium, I thought it'd be a good transition into it and the next best project to do. So let's turn this simple paper airplane into glass. I'll leave links to all the things we use down in the description for you, as well as the beginner's tools video for those of you who are new to all this. Let's get to it. I'm going off of the only paper airplane I know how to fold from when I was a kid. I'm just keeping it easy so it translates well into glass. And if you have a favorite design, I would just fold whatever you like. Next, I'm marking off the sections that we're going to cut. I'm cutting just the 4 sections and we'll use them for the other half of the plane. We'll trace each pattern and then we'll take the glass cutter and score the glass. And then we'll use the running pliers to break it. This is a carborundum stone, and we're going to smooth out some of the imperfect edges from the breaking of the glass. Straight cuts are the easiest to do and you'll get great results, so it's nice to be able to do minor adjustments and not have to bring out my glass grinder this time. Plus, the glass is really thin and much easier to work with than typical stained glass. We'll rinse the pieces and dry them off completely for the next step. I'm going with the silver-backed copper foil for this one and no patina. And wrap the copper foil around the edges of each piece. And I recommend using a fid tool if you can, or just use a wooden stick or a marker is fine too. And let's foil the rest of the pieces. We're now at the soldering step. My temperature is set at about 700 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm using 60-40 solder and liquid flux to help flow the solder onto the copper foil. And for this design, I have 4 main pieces that need to come together in the 3D form. Tack solder the smaller pieces together first, and then add solder all around. I use the box to help hold the plane into shape, and using tape really helps. Just make sure the glass surface is clean so the tape sticks to it. And after getting the pieces held together, just keep adding more solder to fill in all the rest of the joint lines. And I'm adding 2 jump rings to the back and 1 in the front so we can hang this thing. And a pair of needle nose pliers is going to be really handy at this point. And I might add that jump rings might absolutely drive you nuts, so if you know of a better trick, leave that in the comments to share with everybody. And now that we're done with soldering, we're going to clean everything with my favorite, CJ's Flux Remover. We'll rinse everything off, dry completely, and we're ready to polish. I'm using Leva's stained glass polish and coating it all over. The more you work it onto the solder lines, the more the black grime you'll see come off onto the cloth. This is good, and you want to keep doing that until the dirty grime starts to disappear. Let it sit and dry, and then come back and buff everything off. You'll see the glass and the silver solder just shine so bright after buffing. And last thing to do is to add a chain to the back loops and one in the front and connect them together to complete this project. So what do you guys think? I hope you had a good time with it. That's 2 3D projects down, and I still have plenty of this clear glass left to try something else with it. If you guys have any requests or suggestions, send them my way and maybe we'll do a project out of it. So yeah, it was fun hanging out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.